Hi, Queen Elizabeth II, A Life of Service. What does it take to dedicate an entire lifetime to serving a nation? Few people in history can answer that question better than Queen Elizabeth II. She ruled for over 70 years, witnessed world wars, the rise of the Internet, and the reign of 15 British prime ministers. But behind the royal smiles and famous waves were fascinating secrets, surprising moments, and an extraordinary life. Elizabeth Alexandra Mary was born on April 21, 1926 in London. Interestingly, she was never expected to become queen. Her uncle, King Edward VIII, was first in line to the throne. However, in 1936, Edward shocked the world by giving up the crown to Mary Wallace Simpson, an American divorcee. That unexpected decision changed Elizabeth's destiny forever, making her father King George VI and placing young Elizabeth next in line. During World War II, while many royal children were sent abroad for safety, Elizabeth remained in Britain with her family. At just 18 years old, she insisted on helping the war effort. She joined the Auxiliary Territorial Service, where she learned to drive military trucks and repair engines. She became the first female member of the royal family to serve in the armed forces, earning the nickname the Mechanic Princess. In 1947, Elizabeth married Prince Philip, a former Greek and Danish prince. Their marriage lasted an incredible 73 years, making it one of the longest royal marriages in history. Together, they had 4 children: Charles, Anne, Andrew, and Edward. Everything changed on February 6, 1952. While Elizabeth and Philip were visiting Kenya, news arrived that King George VI had died. At only 25 years old, Elizabeth instantly became queen. Her coronation in 1953 was the first ever broadcast live on television, allowing millions around the world to witness history from their homes. Queen Elizabeth II became more than just Britain's monarch. She became a global symbol of stability. During her reign, she met more than 13 American presidents, from Harry Truman to Joe Biden. She also met famous figures, including Winston Churchill, Nelson Mandela, Pope John Paul II, and countless world leaders. But life as queen wasn't always glamorous. She experienced difficult family moments, including the divorces of 3 of her children in 1992, which she famously described as her annus horribilis, meaning horrible year. The death of Princess Diana in 1997 also created one of the greatest challenges of her reign, as public criticism forced the royal family to adapt to changing expectations. Here are some surprising facts many people don't know. The Queen never needed a passport because all British passports were issued in her name. She also never required a driving license, yet she loved driving and often drove herself around royal estates. She owned thousands of swans, dolphins, and even whales found in certain British waters under an ancient royal law. Elizabeth also loved horses and dogs, especially her famous Pembroke Welsh corgis. Throughout her lifetime, she owned more than 30 corgis, and they became almost as famous as she was. Another little-known fact is that she sent her first email in 1976, decades before email became common. She later embraced technology by posting on social media and participating in virtual meetings, proving that even a centuries-old monarchy could adapt to modern times. Her sense of humor often surprised people. During the London 2012 Olympic Games opening ceremony, she appeared alongside James Bond actor Daniel Craig in a comedy sketch before jumping from a helicopter into the stadium, a moment that delighted millions worldwide. After serving for 70 years and 214 days, Queen Elizabeth II became the longest reigning monarch in British history. She celebrated her Platinum Jubilee in 2022, marking 7 decades on the throne, an achievement no previous British monarch had reached. On September 8, 2022, Queen Elizabeth II passed away peacefully at Balmoral Castle in Scotland at the age of 96. Her death marked the end of an era. Millions mourned around the world, and her eldest son became King Charles III. Queen Elizabeth II's reign was never about political power. Instead, it was about duty, tradition, and quiet resilience. Across changing generations and historic events, she remained a constant presence for millions. Whether admired for her discipline, her calm leadership, or her unwavering commitment, Queen Elizabeth II leaves behind one of the most remarkable legacies in modern history. Because sometimes true greatness isn't measured by power, it's measured by a lifetime of service.